Okay, hey guys, I want to try and explain to you what we're looking for in your outline. This will all be posted in Google Classroom. There are 4 different pages that I'm going to go over with you, okay? So first is the prompt, and the prompt isn't something that should be a huge surprise to you because we had already talked about it before we left school, but basically here's what it boils down to. Write an argumentative essay in which you evaluate whether or not Christopher's father was justified in lying to his son in the book that we read. Okay, now it says here, include an analysis of Christopher's father's reason for lying about Christopher's mother. Support your position with evidence from the novel. We're looking for both using the ways we lie and the novel. We want 6 to 8 pieces of textual evidence. Okay, and you have to use both sources. So you have 2 from the article in the purple packet, and then you should have 13 quotes from the novel, okay? And then the last thing it says on here is you must include a counter argument. 1 piece of textual evidence that can be included in your total of 6 to 8, okay? So it's 6 to 8 total in the whole thing, and 1 of them should be used as your counter argument, okay? Don't worry about any of the timelines on here because obviously those are all no longer important. So I want to go ahead and tell you what we want you to work on right now, and that is creating an outline. Okay, so we've put in here 2 different kinds of templates, and what I'm going to do is actually we'll make a copy for each of you so you can just type right into you can get rid of the what it is, like you don't have to give me a title that's the thesis or the topic, and you can just keep the Roman numerals the same. Okay, complete sentences where you can, but they don't have to flow together. You're just putting sentences. So let me show you this quickly. Roman numeral 1 is your thesis statement. You can only choose one side of the issue. Okay, so you're saying either Christopher's father was justified in lying to him or he was not. And that's all you need to do for up here is 1 sentence. Secondly, you need a topic sentence, which is your first claim. Reason number 1, why you answered the essential question the way that you did. You're going to type in your evidence with your parenthetical citation. So the author's last name and either the paragraph if it's the article or the page number if it's the book. And then your reasoning should be a minimum of 2 sentences explaining how this evidence supports that claim. Okay, and I'm not sure if I can make this much bigger because I know it's probably hard to see, but B should show me how evidence number 1 supports your topic sentence. Okay, oh, I'm sorry, that's I. Then we have a second piece of evidence that should also show me how you're supporting your claim. All right, so follow the directions on here. You have your reason number 1 with a piece of evidence that is textual evidence, 2 reasons showing how this supports that. Then a different piece of textual evidence and 2 reasons showing how evidence number 2 supports your claim. You're going to do the same thing with a different reason why you believe your essential question to be true. And I have a sample of all this for you guys too, so you'll kind of be able to see what it looks like in real life, not just me, pointing at things. This is the tricky sentence, your topic sentence with a counter argument. Okay, so not only your concession, you're conceding that there's another side to the issue, but also you're refuting it. Okay, so what does the other side argue? If you said Christopher was justified in lying to his dad, why would the other side say he's not justified? Okay, are you being still?
Yeah.
You look like you're moving a lot.
I'm sorry.
My daughter is filming, so hopefully this is not making you sick. Okay, so the first evidence 1 over here, textual evidence that supports the opposite side of your thesis. Why would people argue the other side of your argument? Okay, make sure you have your parenthetical citation. Then you are explaining what the other side of the argument thinks. Okay, 2 reasons why people who would have answered it the opposite you did, why they would answer it that way. Then you're going to come back for evidence number 2, and you're going to refute. I understand the other side feels this way, but the reason why that is not correct or my argument is more valid is whatever, okay? Okay, so how does the text respond to your counter argument? And then you're going to explain it. One thing I should say, because my explanation might be confusing, you're not going to use first person. So don't say my argument, their argument. You can say things like the other side of the argument might believe, or Make it third person, make it academic, make it general, not first person. Okay, and then you're going to end with a conclusion statement. Okay, remember on your outline, these can all just be little sentences. They don't have to blend together at all. So the next thing that you're going to see is an example, and I'm not necessarily going to go over it with you by reading it all, but we did not give you an example of a thesis statement. We figure you can come up with that on your own. What we did do, however, was show you, here's our topic sentence, okay? Here's our evidence, our piece of textual evidence that supports this topic sentence, and here's our reasoning, not explaining the quote, but explaining how the quote supports the topic sentence. We did a second piece of evidence. Same thing, a different quote. Show me how that quote supports your topic sentence. Okay, I did not do a sample for the third one because it's just a separate claim with different topic sentence. You're going to repeat what you did in Roman numeral number 2 with a different reason, different claim, and different evidence, obviously. Okay, and you guys, oops, my TV's not touchscreen. You guys will see, here's our one piece of textual evidence. There's 2, here's 3, and here's 4. They happen to be all from the same page. For here, you would have textual evidence number 5 and number 6. And then when you get to, oh, you know what it is? It's not twice. It's that I have it up here and then it's used. So here's the first piece of textual evidence. Here's the second. You would have 3 and 4. And then here's textual evidence number 5. That is my counter argument. And then here's textual evidence number 6. And then we happen to use one in our conclusion. We happen to use 2 in our conclusion. Okay, so you can check that out. Obviously not to be copied and used as your own, but you can look at how we interpreted the outline, what the outline would look like if it were done. I did obviously write really big, bulky sentences. You can do it just like I did it, or you can make it more brief, something to be expanded upon in your essay. Okay, the last thing that I want to show you is a different format, and we don't have samples of this, but this is another way you can do the outline, but it's just more in a different, looks different. So if your brain likes the boxes better, we have the hook, the thesis, and we've just broken it up different. Topic sentence, evidence 1, reasoning 1. Evidence 2, reasoning 2. Okay, claim number 2. This was like on the outline, this would be Roman numeral number 3. Here's your evidence and your reasoning. Your second evidence and your reasoning. This is the counter argument section. That would be Roman numeral number 4 and all that goes with it. And then this is Roman numeral number 5.
Which is also the summary.
What?
Which is also the summary.
The conclusion.
Oh, well, summary.
So
conclusion.
just a couple of things. This will be posted, all 4 of these documents in Google Classroom. Okay. One is your prompt, just for you to look at so you're really clear on what you're asked to be writing about. The second one will be the template of the outline, and you can take the template and you can actually, I'll make a copy for each of you. Hi, husband.
What are you doing?
I'll make a copy for each of you. Almost done.
Oh no.
And then you can type right onto that document, so you can just use that and then resubmit it when it's done. The third is our example that as your teachers we created of what a really good outline would look like, so you can kind of use that to model what you're doing. And the fourth is a second option if you'd like to do your outline in this format. So you're either using the Roman numeral format or you're using this one right here on the screen. You do not have to do both, okay? So hopefully this answers more questions than it brings up. Our goal is for you guys to finish this by Monday, March 30th at 11:59, and we'd like to give you the week off of spring break. And then on April 6th, we will assign the actual essay so that we can get it written. And you guys have worked really hard to prepare for that, reading the book and finding all these quotes. And we'd like to get it done so we can move on to some newer stuff, okay? So let us know if you have any questions. Hopefully this will answer some of them. And hope you guys are staying safe and staying healthy, and we'll see you soon. Bye.